YouTube is super hard until you build systems like this. I've helped this channel grow to 60,000 subscribers and generate 13 million long form views, but it never would have happened if we didn't build a system around it. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 4 key systems that helped us grow our YouTube channel relatively quickly. And the last one is how we went from averaging 60 views per video to now having over 15 videos with 100,000 plus views. When I started, I didn't just build systems to build systems. They were solving very specific problems that were stopping us from growing on YouTube. And the first problem you're probably going to run into is, I don't know what to make videos about. And that's where our ideas system comes in. Now, I did find that there is a right way and a wrong way to come up with ideas on YouTube. How we were thinking about doing it before is we would think to ourselves, what do we want to make a video about today? But everything changed when we started asking, what is our audience already interested in watching? Here's a system that we built around it to make sure that we were getting the video ideas that were likely to work on the platform. It all started by doing competitor research. We looked at the big players in our niche, aka the people that already had the audience that we wanted, and we started looking at what ideas they were making. And we paid special close attention to the videos that got a lot more views than average. Now, we didn't steal these one for one, but once you have a list of the top 10 competitors in your top videos, then you start to see patterns of what really makes a great idea in your niche. But even with the greatest ideas, the most common reason people don't make it on YouTube is because they can't stay consistent. I knew this was going to be a hurdle for us, so then I started building out our production system. Let me show you what it looks like. Here's a little behind the scenes look at the system that we've been building. So there's a couple key things that have made it where we can do this on a regular basis very, very easily. And the first one is when you're recording content in here, we actually use a teleprompter. And this makes sure that we can record videos pretty easily without having to do like a million different takes. And then also, as you see here, we've got a camera over here. We normally have a camera right here. And then we have all of it ran, including the audio, into this Mac Mini. So that allows us to then go through and record the video, but then it's all put together in OBS. So the video and the audio are all in sync. And even so far as we've got multiple cameras and multiple mics. So if we're doing kind of a podcast, then what I do is I have programmed OBS. So whatever person is talking, we actually have their camera automatically switch to them without having to do anything on our end, so that we reduce the amount of editing that we have to do on the back end. So this has definitely been kind of a thing that it's taken a while to dial in, but now we can come up here and create content super, super quickly because we took time to build a production system. Insert production system video here. All right, the next system was especially important because there will become a time in your YouTube journey where you are uploading consistently, but your growth is slow and then you're just not really sure why. This is why we developed our analytics system. Now, inside YouTube Studio, and that's where you look at your analytics, there's a lot of different things that you can look at and study, but for us, we wanted to keep it as simple as possible, so we focused on 2 main analytics, and these are the 2 that really make a difference in terms of views on your videos. So first, we looked at click-through rate, because we learned even if you can make the best video, it's never going to take off if people aren't going to click on it. So when we were looking at this, we started to see patterns on our channel. Like when we launched a video, for instance, in the first day, if it's around 8% click-through rate or more, we knew the audience was pretty much liking it and would likely do well. And on the other hand, if we launched it and it was closer to 3%, that was a pretty good sign that we needed to change it. Then the second one that we looked at was the retention graph. And this is the graph that shows you what percentage of people are still watching at any given time of the video. For here, we would pay attention to 2 main things. First, how many people were still watching in the first 30 seconds-ish to a minute, because the higher that you can make that, the better retention will be for the entire video. And then second, we looked to see if there were any major drop-offs. That was true, that showed us whatever we did right there, not to do it again. The analytics was helping us pinpoint what part of the creation process we should be focusing on that we needed to improve next. Now, there was one specific thing that really did make a huge difference to the amount of views that we were getting. Kid you not, we were happy to get 100 views on a video at the very beginning. And now our most popular video has made 2.8 million views and has made us $14,000 just from YouTube AdSense. We saw if you can master getting people to click, you're about 80% of the way of having a successful video. And that's why we developed our packaging system. Even with a great idea, you need to know how to make a clickable title and a clickable thumbnail. And similar to our first system, for this one, we like to steal like an artist. The more you study the channels in your niche, again, you start to see these different patterns. You'll see similar layouts for thumbnails. You'll start to see kind of title structures that work over and over again. And what we did is we threw all of this into a giant swipe file. And then when you're creating your own title and thumbnail, you take maybe the title structure from this video, and then from this video, we're going to use the thumbnail format. And then from this video, we're going to use the thumbnail text. And it's funny, but I'm learning to do well on YouTube. It's not actually as hard as most people make it out to be. In fact, in this video, I break down the step-by-step process we use to get our first million view video, and it may arguably be the laziest way to do it.